Welcome to my channel, Larry Satchwell here. Today I'm going to be working on my workbench. The bones of this I've had since 1979 or 1980, somewhere in there. Originally it was an old Sears workshop. It had like a 6-inch table saw, a lathe, and a jigsaw. And they all ran off of one motor and one shaft, and they all ran at the same time. You turn one tool on and all of them ran. Well, I have since upgraded. I think first thing I changed out was the table saw. And I'll give you a tour. I've had a piece of Masonite on here for years. It's got glue marks on it. I've protected it with a little bit of paper now and then, but not always. Today, I want to replace it with a piece of whiteboard. And I'm not sure that's the perfect thing to do. It's plain on the other side, so if it doesn't work out, I'll just flip it over. This one doesn't lay flat anymore, but the whiteboard's laying very flat, and it's all laying on an industrial size door. It's about 1.5 inches thick, but it's composite. It's particle board, the old glue particle board. It's got a piece of cherry veneer on it that's very, very thin. I was getting some hay one time from a guy I used to buy hay from, and he had this stack of doors there. It was about 9 feet tall, at least 8 feet tall. It's very, very flat, very, very heavy. So I'm just going to lay this on top here. This I had glued down with double-sided tape. That didn't work well. Under the bench, I've got this bank of drawers I built long before YouTube was around. They're all dovetailed. They're all basically the same size. And this is where I keep a lot of hardware. I made these drawers around a 1-pound box of nails or screws, so they fit in there really nicely, and I've got them on both sides. In this drawer, I've got some router bits and some other big drill bits, and this is where I usually keep my router, but I'm using it right now. I can get to these drawers from either side of the bench, so it's really handy. On this end I have a big quick release vise that doesn't always work so well. And that's what quick releases are noted for. You can really tighten it down, but to open it sometimes you have to hold down the quick release bar. I have this whole series of holes down the bench where I can put a bench dog. These fit in there just like that. At the big box store, I had them cut this a couple inches wider than I needed because I knew they would booger up the edges, and they sure did. The guy chipped about 1/2 inch off of one corner, and I knew that was going to happen. So now I'm going to take my router with this. I never know if this is a pattern bit or a duplicating bit, but anyway, it's got a bearing on the bottom, and we'll run that around the edge. I have this clamped down in several different places, and I'll just move the clamps as I need to. I've got the casing all around now, and it ended up being 37 by 86. And we'll see how it goes. I've already got one small mark in it, And I don't know what that came from. But if it gets banged up, I'll just flip it over. I still have to cut the holes for the bench dogs. I'm looking forward to new projects on it. I see the lights are reflecting in it. It does brighten the place up. Thanks for watching. Till next time.